Did you think you were just gonna get your PlayStation 5 and get an influx of new games designed exclusively for the PlayStation 5 every month? No, that's not really gonna be the case. Although in April you can look forward to Returnal. However, in March, it is going to be a lot of games that are going to see an upgrade to the PlayStation 5, and really, with the new console, that should be the expectation going forward. It's not like every developer in the world that's not a first-party studio is going to drop what they're doing and immediately start developing next-gen titles. However, if you are a fan of playing some great games that are upgraded, great being a subjective term, especially with one of these games we're going to go over, there are a couple of titles being upgraded next month, 3 in particular, so I want to go over them. There was a 4th title to be upgraded in Terminator Resistance Enhanced Edition, however, that has been delayed until the month of April. We know games that are getting upgraded in April as well, so it's going to be a little bit of an upgrade spree for the next few months, and that's really the experiences of next-gen consoles you can look forward to. Outside of the occasional Returnal, the Destruction All-Stars here and there for the next few months. But without further ado, let's take a look at these 3 upgrades real quickly. First of all, we have Yakuza Like a Dragon, an interesting one in that Yakuza used to be a franchise that was entirely synonymous with PlayStation. Now it's available on just about everything, PC, Xbox as well, and with Like a Dragon, it seemed like there was more of a focus with Xbox as it had its Xbox One and Xbox Series release on the same day. On that launch day, the PlayStation 4 version came out, but then the PlayStation 5 version was in limbo for a little bit, but now we do know that'll be coming on March the 2nd. The upgrades with Like a Dragon are gonna be in line with the Series X version of the game. You will have an option between 4K and 30 frames per second, or you can play at 1440p and 60 frames per second, so the options I do appreciate. As far as Like a Dragon as a game itself, it's quite good. I haven't put as much time into this one as I did the other Yakuza titles. Obviously, it's a little bit different in the sense that this is a turn-based title, which made a lot of people a little bit skeptical on the game, but general consensus is that it is quite a good game. Keeping that Yakuza zaniness, but at the same time, keeping the fundamentals of Yakuza from a presentation standpoint still intact, and having that Yakuza flair that, if you're a longtime fan of this series, you'll be right at home with Like a Dragon. Next up, Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time is getting a PlayStation 5 version. Now, Crash 4 wasn't necessarily a technical marvel and a game that, you know, really needs an upgraded version. However, it's getting a significant upgrade with the PlayStation 5 version. It's gonna have upgraded visuals supporting 4K and 60 frames per second, and you're also gonna have enhanced 3D audio. On top of that, the DualSense controller is going to be adding another layer to the gameplay, adaptive triggers to your fingertips. You'll feel the DNA change in objects hit by Neocortex's blaster, and feel the grip of a hook shot. Now, Crash 4 was an excellent platformer. I think they did a really good job with this one. It was great on the PlayStation 4, and it is going to be seeing a free upgrade if you are looking for the PlayStation 5 version. These days, you can get the game relatively cheap at around, $30 to $40 if you find it on sale. And the PlayStation 5 version of Crash Bandicoot 4 will be dropping on March 12th. Lastly, now I don't know how into this game everybody still is, probably one of the more disappointing games of 2020, but yes, Marvel's Avengers will be getting an enhanced edition on March the 18th. This was a game that a lot of people had big hopes on, and unfortunately, it just didn't live up to the hopes a lot of people had for it. While I was looking at the early gameplay, I got the hint that this was going to be a game that was going to be a disappointment to a lot of people. Is it a complete garbage, terrible game? I don't think it's that tier, but it's definitely not a game you should be dropping $60 on. However, it is getting a PlayStation 5 upgrade, and remember, PlayStation does have some exclusive content there. This one was noted it'll feature upgraded visuals and frame rates, significantly faster load times, improved destruction, and heroic detail. On PS5, there will be unique haptic feedback for each hero that will be felt when using the DualSense controller. So a little bit vague in terms of the upgrade. I imagine 60 frames per second is a lock. And we are going to have upgraded visuals and upgraded resolutions and things of that nature. Again, not a game you should be dropping $60 on. I would argue it's not a game you should even be dropping $30 on at a $10 to $15 price point. And I know, yes, that's quite low for a game that just came out in September, but that's the reality of the situation. At $10 to $15, it's a fine game. You just really have to keep your expectations in line with this one, but at least it is getting an upgrade on the PlayStation 5. That's gonna wrap up this one. Again, gonna be a little quiet in terms of new next-gen titles. What you're really gonna be expecting is a lot of games getting upgraded. There's a lot of other upgrades to be looking forward to, whether it be a Judgment, Terminator Resistance, as I mentioned earlier. Metro Exodus is getting a significant upgrade, so that's kind of the next-gen experience we're gonna be seeing more of for the next few months. And then, of course, As the year progresses, you'll have your Returnals of the world, you'll have your God of War 2021's Ragnarok, I should say, Final Fantasy 16, Ratchet & Clank is coming in June. There are going to be next-gen titles here and there, but there's going to be a lot of upgrades. Final Fantasy 14 is getting an upgrade as well. That's another one. But that's going to wrap up this one. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.